Let's go crypto investing, and this is a quick update. Sorry, there hasn't been too many updates. I'm on a shutdown at Rivian for the 4th of July weekend, so we have to work, 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 work. No fun, no fun, no fun. But just a brief thing. I would encourage you to check out this video that I did yesterday, right? And support my channel right here. Of course, my phone's gonna work extremely slow. Best value on YouTube, Jabroni Killer, in depth, everything that we go into. Take a look at that video because by far, for as low as $38.98 a year, if you want to use the $2.99 member Jabroni Killer, you get everything that I do and it helps support the channel along with when you use my links down below. Like if you're an active trader or a long-term hodler, you can use my Bitget partner link, which is right here. I'll show you. But in that video, I showed you some of these charlatans are charging $1,900 for a class, right? And that's all nonsense. But if you become members of Jabroni Killer, there's different amounts to support the channel. But for as cheap as $2.99 a month, you get members only video, and there's no other YouTube station on YouTube that gives you their members only videos for $2.99 a month, which comes out to about $38 a year. And then if you want to hit that bitgetpartner.com/BG/Vincenzo, that also is the most valuable way, along with becoming a member of Jabroni Killer, that you can do if you're already an active trader and you're just looking for a new site. Use my link. You get up to a $5,000 bonus, and it helps support the channel right there. But for as cheap as $2.99 a month, you can support Old Vincenzo's channel to keep this content coming free, updated, and help me expand our message. And it's the cheapest on YouTube and a best value. I mean, you find a better value than $2.99 a month for the stock market updates, correlating it into Bitcoin, fiscal, and monetary policy that I give you, the housing market, and all the rest of the stuff that we do here. It's the best value on YouTube. And we should have many more people into that $2.99 to become members of Jabroni Killers. I mean, it's the best value on YouTube. And if I give you this quick update real quick, because I got to go sign somebody up, you can see yesterday we did pump back up and came up to upper resistance and again got beat down. So today in the long holiday weekend, as the markets are closed, so what I'd be watching out for on this holiday weekend is uh, can you hold this green ring down here, right? And like you did here on the way down, and then you pumped. Because if you fail to hold this green ring here, it's about 18,800, and you get rejected by this upper resistance of the old all-time high in red there, you're going to trade all the way back down to that 17,692 at minimum, and then you got a whole other ball game to play out. But if you can get some support, even though the dollar's pumping, you can try to make a run at some of them upper targets where that 200-day moving average is, and then the top part of that white support zone. So those are my areas I'd be watching. The old all-time high right here, and then the major support you have to hold like you did initially here, because if you don't hold this area right here, you have a big fall coming, right? And then if we scroll across these coins real quick, and then I gotta let you go. If we look at what's going on in the stock market, it's been highly volatile today. And right now they went from up to down a couple hundred points. And if you look at the dollar's had a humongous rally today, right? It's put a lot of pressure on the equity markets. It's put a lot of pressure on the gold and silver bullion markets, not so much the bullion, but the mining stocks. And it's put a lot of pressure on crypto. And if you break this key area up here, you can see where you had rejection, rejection, temporary rejection. If you break that in the dollar, right, your next area to come up to is this orange ring right here. Get out of there. Is this orange ring right here? See this? At the 108 dot 41. If you break that, you got free and clear reign. If you zoom out even farther into the monthly, all the way up here into this next major sell zone and supply zone that you came up to before, all the way up there at $120. We're going to make this purple just to change the color. You're going to have a free clear run up to there and a massive move in the dollar if you start to break out and get up to that 108 area where that orange ring shows some resistance. And if you power through that, you have a free and clear road to 120, and that'd be a detrimental and a cataclysmic event for the financials and the equity markets and crypto. It could drive crypto much, much below 10,000. As you know, Bitcoin, I had that $13,000 target, $13,336 target from last year when Bitcoin was at 64,000 and rising. Right? If we look at Ethereum, we're just going to do a quick rundown, and we're going to do this in a 3 hour time frame. If you look at Ethereum, what I'd be watching out for, like it tried to get back up into yesterday but got rejected, is if you fail to hold this area in here, see this area, you're going to come out, oops, you're going to come all the way down to the next green ring, which is down there at about $615. But if you get some buyers in this weekend, you can try to get over this green ring, hold it as support, and then start to trade back into this rising channel slash wedge that we got going on there, right? So that's what I'd be watching out for. The $1,102 mark is major upper resistance, and the $621 is major underneath support, right? Cardano, you can see we're still in the same area, and we need to zoom out a little bit. You can see what I'd be looking at Cardano is you got major short-term resistance into these moving averages, like you've been rejected, 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 and then if you zoom out more, rejected all up there at the top part of the bottom part of the shit house. So if you're trying to get bullish, you got to get over these moving averages, and 61 cents is a major area of resistance. But if you get rejected here and you slip this local support zone, you're coming straight down to the top part of the shit house at 31 cents. So that's my support and resistances that I'd be watching. Dogecoin, you can see it did bounce off the bottom part of the shit house, or the bottom part of the last line of defense, ran right up into this area that we were talking about, got rejected, and now it's underneath all the moving averages, and it's underneath this major white line that's at about 7 cents, which is major resistance. If you can't get back above this and hold it and try to kick up to the upside and you get rejected by this, you're coming back down to the 0.050 or about the 5 cents dead nuts. And if you fail to hold that, you'd be coming into a big fall, but that's probably going to happen at another time. But that's the areas I'd be watching for that. XRP, you can see now we've confirmed the breakdown after coming back up to the moving averages. So what I'd be watching out for is a retest to the 28-cent level after we had a nice call that it could come up to here and get rejected, and it did beautifully, is to come down to that 28 cents, and then you got to see if it can hold it as support, because if it doesn't hold it as support, we're going to come down really quick to that 19-20 cent target that we've had since XRP was at about $1.69 and rising, right? And if you're trying to get bullish, you got to get back above these moving averages and try to get on top of this white support line to try to get bullish. But right now it's looking bearish, but those are your levels to watch. 28 cents has major support. If it doesn't hold, you have a big flush. And then your major upper resistance, if you get a pump, is at 37 cents, just like right there, right? And then we'll finish out with XLM. You can see XLM had a nice little run up, got rejected just shy of this overhead major resistance, and now it's getting rejected by the overhead resistance from this move right here. So I would be watching for that 0.78 cent area as major support, right? If you can't hold that, you're going to slip all the way down to 7 cents, and that's a big fall from where you're at now. If you can get a pump and over the 200-day moving average, I'd be watching out for the 14 cents as major overhead resistance. Like, subscribe, and share. Become members of Jabroni Killers, the best value on YouTube for $2.99 a month, $38 a year, versus what some of these charlatans charge $5, $6, $1,900 for classes, right? They're charlatans. Don't pay that. If you want all the best value you can get, Old Vincenzo does it cheap because Old Vincenzo has a full-time job and doesn't have to try to squeeze you guys out of money to give you these classes that I can just give to you for very cheap. That helps pay the cost of running this station and helps me expand my operation to get this information out the stock market, the gold and silver bullion market, the crypto market, the equity market, the fiscal and monetary policies that dictate and drive this nation, right? And you need to understand and how to correlate all that together to give you a leg up. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love, beautiful audience.